What is up, guys? Welcome back to the UFC Fight Picks videos. Today, we are going over UFC Fight Night, Curtis Blaydes versus Derrick Lewis. They're calling it like UFC Fight Night 158, UFC Vegas 19. There's a million different names for it. We're just going to call it UFC Fight Night, Blaydes versus Lewis. Starting off the prelim card, I think he's like the second fight in. The return to the octagon, which is a perfect time for the return of the Fight Picks videos. My buddy Nate the Train Landwehr taking on Julian Erosa. Here's the thing with that fight. They're almost dead even. It's a straight pick 'em across the board on DraftKings, which is what I use. Not sponsoring the video, but they should. They will after these. Nate the Train Landwehr is a dog, right? Now, Julian Erosa and him have very similar styles. They are both solid on the feet. They can both handle themselves on the ground. Erosa has a pretty variety of wins, but Nate the Train Landwehr is crisp with the hands. He's unconventional in the way that he throws his knees. He's nasty with his knees, and you just don't see him coming. I've seen Nate drop the toughest of men by just his relentlessness, which is why he has the nickname The Train. I'm obviously biased. I'll always pick Nate, but I legitimately do think Nate is going to take out Erosa. Pretty easy. I called it Nate by TKO, I believe. I'll take Nate by TKO in the third. Up next, we have Luis Pena versus Klose. That fight, I don't even have that as being close. Obviously, I don't buy into Pena. I've said that on a couple other of my fight pick videos. Pena, violent Bob Ross, he just does not excite me. There's something about him every time I'm watching him fight, from the time he touches gloves to the time the final bell ends or the fight finishes. I feel like he's just waiting to get out of there. Like, he likes all the showy stuff. He likes saying he's a fighter. I think he loves training. But there's something about when he goes inside that octagon, he just doesn't seem to have that fighting spirit to me. And Klose absolutely does. I think Klose is technically better. I think he has the heart of a fighter, and I think Klose is really going to make a name for himself. So I'm going to take Klose on that one. Tom Aspinall versus Andrei Arlovski. We all know Arlovski's getting up there in age. It's been said many times before, Arlovski has gone through about 5 different stages in his career. He's coming off a win, so I think that's why they're kind of like, all right, bud, you think you still got it. I think he's 43 years old. We're going to give you an absolute dog, a savage in Tom Aspinall. And here's the thing, guys. I know all the other UFC breakdown whatevers are talking about it. It's important to mention that Tom Aspinall spars with Tyson Fury. Do you think that anything Andrei Arlovski is going to be able to do on the feet, or really anything? Tyson Fury doesn't go to the ground, but I'm saying I think Aspinall is a black belt, I believe. So I think they're going to be just fine on the ground going against Arlovski. Tom Aspinall with his insane power, and he's only getting better. I saw him during this fight week. He's walking into this fight with a confidence that I've never seen from him before, and it's because he knows the strides he's making. I'm taking Aspinall all the way. He is the favorite, so that's not much of a stretch there. Phil Hawes versus Imavov. Phil Hawes, now here's the thing. I am taking Phil Hawes. I like his striking. I like his power. I see similar things in Hawes that I see in Luis Pena. And they always seem to do this, right? Am I not wrong? They put guys on cards that are kind of on their last, string with the UFC. And we'll talk about one of those here in a second. I think I actually already missed it. Eddie Wineland. I don't know how I missed that. Oh, I did. Eddie Wineland versus John Castaneda. That was the first one I missed. Castaneda, let me rebounce back to the prelims real quick, because I think this is important to mention. Eddie Wineland is definitely on his last stance with the UFC. Eddie Wineland, I believe it was Cowboy Cerrone, suffered a vicious knockout to him. But I feel like that was wrong. I don't know who. I just remember he had the big, ridiculous mustache, and he got flatlined in that fight. So Eddie Wineland's definitely on his last stretch with the UFC. John Castaneda, I was watching his earlier fights. I think this is his debut into the UFC. and he was not well liked by his former promoters. They told him after a couple fights skid that you either win this fight or I'm sending you like on a cold Greyhound back home. We're so done with your ass. It's ridiculous. Now he's facing Eddie Wineland. I actually like Wineland in this fight. I think Wineland's got more of a fighter's heart after seeing Casanedas a couple fights. I think Wineland has more on the line, so I'll take the underdog in that one on Eddie Wineland. Now back to Hawes. I'm taking Hawes, but I think if there's going to be an upset, it could be that one. I fear that Hawes, if he loses this fight, we may not see much more of him. He's just kind of breaking out of the prelim status that he's on. He needs a big win here. I am taking him, but if you want to put money on a slight underdog, I would do that one. And then you got the main event, Curtis Blaydes versus Derrick Lewis. I don't think that one is much to talk about at all. I think Curtis Blaydes is going to absolutely destroy Derrick Lewis. He wasn't secretive about it this week. He said, no, I'm not going out and risking my $100K win bonus by going out and trying to strike with this dude when he knows he can get put down with one strike. He's going to do exactly what he needs to do. He'll stay with him on the feet. He knows he's better than him there. He'll stay out of the way of getting hit by that big hand. And the second Derrick Lewis goes to throw it and he overreacts, he's going to take him to the ground. He's going to ground and pound him. Now, here's the thing. He needs to watch. Derrick Lewis did throw a flying knee one time. Everyone was shocked when he did that, but he does need to watch for that because he knows Curtis Blaydes is going to shoot. So you could throw quick little couple bucks on Derrick Lewis to win by TKO or KO. You'd probably win some decent cheddar there on DraftKings. I don't know what it would be, but it'd probably be good. Just to have it on there, but I would definitely take Curtis Blaydes. And as far as parlaying things go, I to be honest, this is a tough card to bet just because everything is so kind of cut and dry. I would take on a parlay, just to give you guys a free parlay if you want to win some money, Blaydes, I would go Curtis Blaydes, Tom Aspinall. I would absolutely take Nate, obviously, and then I would put money on Klose. So you could get a decent little parlay there. 1, 2, 3, 4. A 4-way parlay. Drop $20 on that on DraftKings and see what that gets you. Guys, go ahead and subscribe. Let me know what you think of these picks. Let me know what you think of this free pick that I gave you. See how it works out for you. I'm not going to keep track of these, but I'm sure the internet will. And, we'll see you guys after Saturday for the recap video on Monday as to how this card went. Love you. See you.